Hello, beautiful fellow galactic travelers, and welcome to another episode of my Starseeds Create series. My name is Miriam Wiedemann. I am a galactic astrologer and I offer my services in English and German. In a session with me, you will finally resolve your lifelong feelings of homesickness by learning what fixed star system you are from and what you are here to do. I am also an activator of your galactic gifts for your unique mission here on Earth. And on a practical level, you achieve clarity, be it on your business, your money stories, your relationships, or your health. In my work, I am so blessed and honored to meet incredible beings in my sessions, but also colleagues and fellow galactic astrologers. They are all human starseeds who are here with us on planet Earth to support us with their multifaceted galactic gifts during these exciting times. So today I'm very happy to introduce you to Couli, who describes herself as an interpreter of human as well as animal languages, and communicating the language of the stars has become a passion for her. So, indeed, what an awesome language to learn, Cooley. Let's speak Galactic together today and welcome, Cooley, to the show.
Thank you, Miriam, for inviting me to your podcast. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy you agreed to this conversation because it will be more, I think, a conversation between two galactic astrologers who have implemented two very interesting modalities with galactic astrology. You, Cooley, you are a self-taught painter, a Reiki master, and as I said, a fellow galactic astrology practitioner who offers her services in French, English, and Japonais. No, uh,
Japanese.
Japanese. So you lived 70 years in Japan and you're now in Prague for a few months or a year, as you
Exactly.
told me before. And what is most what we are going to talk about most predominantly is that you are the author of the holistic oracle deck, which you developed in 2017.
Exactly. Yeah, it started, I actually kind of downloaded it or started creating it in 2012, but it actually was printed, the first version of it in 2017, and the new version this year, early 2024, which became second version is the Galactic version, actually, since it's also introducing astrology and constellations.
Hmm. I myself have the galactic, yeah, the holistic oracle galactic edition, and I use it regularly in my sessions. But before we talk about that, I would like to know a bit about your galactic story as a human here on Earth in this incarnation. Maybe you want to talk a bit about this so the audience can get to know you a
Yes,
bit.
sure, sure. Yes, I'm not good at doing things linearly, but I'll try. I mean, it could be. So when I was a child, I remember when I saw a movie or even a debate about whether um, extraterrestrial life or people existed. It was the first time I kind of heard about that, and it made me think. And I was so happy when I heard about it because I thought, yes, indeed, I know they exist, and that's kind of what drew me to the stars. I would watch the night sky. I was very happy and excited, kind of calling them out. So that was kind of what I recall of the first interest I got into the stars and the star people. And much later on, I stumbled on books by Barbara Marciniak about the messages she would channel from some Pleiadians, and that really, really impacted me very deeply. And I really felt I was one of them, one of the group. Anyway, so yes, I would say now that I know more about my galactic astrology, that it's spot on. Really, I feel the connection is, I mean, the alignment of the constellations of the Pleiades on my sun and other planets is irrefutable. I mean, yes, I know I was attracted to them by them. Whenever it happens a lot when I would, look up at night. I would open the door and just look up. My eyes would just be drawn to the Pleiades wherever they are in the sky. First thing I see, it's the Pleiades.
Oh,
So it's kind of interesting. Yes.
yeah, that happens, right? Sometimes that in your human form you are activated to your galactic history, and it makes so much sense when you start digging into that and embodying it even more. Would you describe yourself as a Pleiadian in a human form?
I think I do have those traits, and I feel more and more in touch with my own Pleiadian self, having conversations all the time, just speaking to my higher self and yeah, embodying more and more of it, as time passes. Yes.
Yes, so yeah, it makes so much sense. And I listen to you and I'm fascinated. And we were exchanging before the interview that me as an Alpha Centaurian starseed, if you will, I am and Alpha Centauri and the Pleiades are on the opposite side of the tropical zodiac. We both use tropical. And so I have this fascination around the Pleiades. Also, I still feel a bit unfamiliar with them, but that makes it even more intriguing to me. And as an Alpha Centaurian, I am more inclined towards studying things, being really detail oriented, being more wisdom seeking, and also
Mhm.
a bit more technical oriented. And I find this energy around the Pleiadians so fascinating. So just listening to you brought me back into this Alpha Centaurian awe around the Pleiades.
Yeah, we all have our own ways of being, and I never really asked myself, but now yeah, I can see how all the information I got from the books from Barbara Marciniak also impacted me the way I see life and our mission here, what we're doing here, that kind of things. Yeah, and languages, communication, that's kind of also what I'm very much into as a Gemini.
And and you use another language as well, right? You are an artist, and in the holistic oracle deck, you used your own paintings. We will talk about this, but I have a question for you first because you describe yourself at the moment as a nomadic artist. So this kind of plays into the galactic traveler that you are, and now you embody it in this lifetime. So you travel around, you do commissioned art for your customers in situ, kind of channeling the genius Loki, I presume. And I also would like to know how your process as a painter is reflected in your galactic astrology sessions, and vice versa. How they imbue themselves into each other? Do you use galactic astrology when you do commissions and artwork for customers, for example?
Actually, I would say that when I do sessions of galactic readings, get galactic astrology chart readings, I would use the oracle deck, the holistic oracle deck, for refining some questions. That's the way I use it. But the oracle itself was born out of I so I was initiated to Reiki, I guess in English, Reiki, um, back in 2007, I guess. And that's when the way I painted just completely changed. And
Mm.
the energy in the hands and the energy I could feel on the canvas was so different and so strong. And I had never experienced that before. So I just let it come out and just I never planned. I never planned what I was going to paint. Just, you know, letting come through. So it took some time. I had lots of paintings and lots of pictures of the paintings, even if they were sold out. I still had the visuals of them. And at some point, I just felt when I was reading the Pleiadian books by Barbara Massiniak, I just mentioned, I was given the information I was going to create an oracle directly from the book. I got information. I thought, okay, that's for me. And they're telling me, okay, then I'm going to, because they were speaking about the four seasons, the seasons of life and the number 12 and 13. And that's how it came together. And I just looked at the pictures I had of the paintings at the time. And I had so many. I had painted so many already that they were families. They were seasons. They
Mm.
were already arranged in some seasons. I just had to rearrange them and just write the each explanation for each card. Like I would pull just a card which is courage, but you can just look at it either way because when I paint, I just turn them around, and around and around
Mm.
until I feel it's finished. But anyway, so I would kind of proceed like that and start writing and the name. I just asked the name that holistic oracle, which was not very fancy or anything. It was just like it had to be very, um, englobing, the human mind and the human organs and like the physicality also of humans. But um, and it had to be bilingual from the start, English and French. They told me, so I thought, okay, I'm going to do it both languages.
Yes.
And yes, so that's kind of how it came out. And so it has lots of healing energy in it, I believe, because when I paint, that's what's coming out. And when I kind of put it up together, that's kind of the information that I got. And it was meant to guide, but also to also kind of made for people, creative people, or people who have like creativity blocks. So that's kind of good. I know by experience that people who use it at some point, something is just unblocking and they start creating again, whatever painting or whatever they were doing or wanting to do. So that's one thing. And then when I did the course with Julia Balaz about the galactic astrology, that's when it came up again. I thought, okay, I'm done. I sold them out. And I'm done with the oracle. It's over. Then I got the information again, starting reading the books again. So that now you're doing it, but with galactic astrology, and it's becoming even more holistic because that part was missing. So it has the astrological signs, but not only it has the houses, it has the constellations, alignments, and some information about galactic history at some point. So you know about that because you've been using it in your practice too, right?
Yes, I
So
have.
how and can you tell me and us how you're using the holistic oracle in your own practice, please?
Yeah, so I am, so before I studied with Julia, Galactic Astrology, I did family constellations for many, many years. I think I started in 2012 and before, I think. Anyways, and so when I tapped in and through this modality, I learned that it is possible to do to use the chart, the astro chart, as a starting point for constellations. So you can use it is a group format where unrecognized dynamics that can span over multiple generations in a given family can be found in your birth chart, right? It is most fascinating.
Amazing. Yeah.
But you can also use family constellation just to look at your chart, just to look at the planets and what they represent in your life. Be it, and also we have the modality of astromedicine. So every planet represents an organ or a kind of a health issues. So you can use constellation therapy there as well. So I thought, okay, if we have galactic astrology, we can use family constellation, which is a technique that goes beyond just your family system, but over many, many generations. And there you can heal what is in your family fields. We can use it as a galactic family constellation tool as well. And when I found your cards, Couli, I started to use them in my sessions, which are mostly online. So I just, when the question around, let's say, trauma or unresolved issues with a galactic family in your chart arises, I will let the client pick, let's say, as many cards as there are needed from the 64. So they just give me numbers and I pull the cards. And then through this, we receive additional information on the galactic family issue that is at hand in the client's chart. And with the galactic information that is imbued or included in the cards, there is so much confirmation every time, Cooley. I have to tell you, there is a clue towards the family, the galactic family we are working with. It is a fantastic tool that I use quite regularly in my sessions.
Wow. Blowing my mind how you've been using it. And yes, the thing is, so I still, if you look at the leaflet, you've got the interpretation of any card, and that's at the very end that I decided to add a few lines about astrology or astrology. I said it already. So I decided to use information about astrology, constellations, and yeah, I believe it's valuable when we have a question like that, when trauma or when something has been running in the family for generations.
Yes.
I believe it's quite helpful too. Yes.
And it gives an additional layer of information that I might not be able to retrieve with the classical format of family constellation, where I normally just write the name of the person that is relevant on a piece of paper, and then we connect with that energy. But with the cards, there is an additional layer, and that makes it so holistic. You see, it is the most profound information that comes through. And for every person that is included in a family constellation, we have so much more information with the booklet. And as you write in the booklet, it is maybe it's just a sentence that stands out, but that already has the healing capability for that family member. And through that, you not only heal, not only the client heals, but the whole family heals. It is a holistic process that is working in the whole field of the family, which is beautiful.
Yeah, that's profound work you've been doing. Wow, amazing.
Mm,
Yes.
I and I wouldn't have been able to do that fully without your card deck. So it was very timely and it was galactically guided. I think that I found found your deck, and I am having this conversation with you now to really extend my thanks to you and to your guides for this
Oh,
gift.
thank you. Thank you. Yes, because I feel since, it was born, the very first edition in 2017, already I knew that it was going to connect the family together. So I know it has been going wherever it needed to go organically. I never really advertised for it. People would find me, or I would do events and people would come and buy it. Or, that was very interesting to watch how people would get it and who would come to me for the oracle. So they're all family to me. It's very interesting how they get it and how they use it.
Mm,
Um, yes, very much guided. And I feel so connected to the holistic oracle all the time. I ask for advice. Sometimes I just don't pull any card, I just ask for information. So it's
mm.
one of my guides for sure. Yeah. Mhm.
I personally use them because I'm so drawn to the artwork, and sometimes you look at the artwork and I pull a card, I look at your beautiful art, and it already activates a lot, and then I just use light language, for example, because it goes beyond our it goes beyond the left brain, anyways. And then the vibrational information of the card, yes.
Just showing a few examples. Yeah, keep on
Mm. And
speaking.
just by, letting the vibrational information of the art, of the colors, of the form, and of the vibrancy come through together with light language is really profound for myself. So,
Yeah, I believe it's a language. Yeah. So
yes,
you were mentioning about nomadic artists. Yeah, that's how I see myself. But even though I'm not really, living it right now, wherever I go, I just offer my services for people if they want me to paint somewhere in their house, on a door, on whatever, on a wall, outside wall, garage door, whatever space they have for me. And yes, I just start doing things. I listen to what they want. They just maybe let me know I would like some kind of this color or that color, and that's it. The rest is just up to whatever comes through. And yeah, that's the deal.
it feels to me when you mention that I was automatically transported to the Renaissance, where the painters were moving from court to court and offered their services to the people in their place. They decorated the palaces and the churches, and
Mm.
well, now it is a more mundane thing, but still it is connected to the place itself, right? To the genius of the place. That's what I mentioned before, and so it feels like even then the information that came through was kind of connected, was of course channeled. I think every art is channeled anyways. So so the channeled information was kind of imbued in the place where it was meant to be created in a way.
But it's there for a reason, and the people ask you for a reason. I did some artwork in Italy in a village. People would ask me, and I would go and do something on their door, outside door. So it's also for people to see, that was interesting. The whole process was very interesting anyway.
Beautiful.
Yes.
When you do a galactic astrology reading, how do you use that information, that language um, to support others, to give information?
I would use the cards, the holistic oracle, kind of at the end, just to ask if the person has some more questions about any alignment, any constellation that has come up in the conversation. If they want to know more, then we can ask the oracle, which is one thing. The way I proceed is usually so they contact me and then we have like a 30-minute conversation online because I need to meet them beforehand and just ask what are their questions if they've had any experience with any galactics, if they dream about something, if they have had any contact experience or whatever the case, because I'm not going to, like to guess anything. I just want to have the information first and what they're expecting of the reading. Then I would connect to their spirit, to their soul, and ask about more information and indeed look at the chart and see what stands out. And also, I can use it. I can use the holistic oracle at some point in the process if I need more information that I couldn't get through the connection. And yeah, that's how I'm using it.
That is so beautiful. They are so versatile, and the cards. I mean, the deck is so versatile. You can use it in so many ways, and I believe we are just in the beginning of experimenting with them. I am really looking forward to see how this expands, and also the galactic information that comes through. You told me before that you have an offer regarding the holistic oracle, so
Yeah.
let's use the opportunity.
Yes, so I was thinking since we are 2 months away from Christmas, and Christmas time is always a good time when we're looking for a very, like sometimes useful or meaningful gift to make to people or to oneself. I thought I would make an offer like to whomever will buy the Holistic Oracle from me, which is a 40 euro deck uh, plus what do you call that? The postage. I would offer a 30-minute reading for free. So by the 25th of December of 2024, if you get in touch with me, all the details would be below the video, I believe. Then you will be offered that reading with me. I'm looking forward to it.
Wow, Couli, this is such a generous offer. I cannot recommend it enough. Just the deck alone is definitely worth the while, but having a reading with you is really, really exciting. So
Yeah, it's
I
all about the connection, actually. It will be all about the connection of the family. So I'm really looking forward to it because I know whomever will respond to that, we are connected already. So I'm really looking forward to that.
What do you think, Couli? Should we draw a card for the audience?
Oh, yes, let's do so. Do you have your own deck at hand?
Yes, I do.
Oh, great. So that would be lovely. How should we proceed? Like, shall we ask for some guidance just for now for whomever is watching this now? It could be next year or in 10 years' time. This timeless message
That
guidance would be for you. Okay.
that is a good
Okay.
idea.
So
So
I'll
we
pull one. I'll pull one and see what comes up. So this is the card I just pulled.
go exploration
So
and
what I usually, how I do, how I proceed through the reading actually is I always let the person describe, or not even describe, it's just let me know how they feel about the visual first, because as you said, it's kind of imbued with so many things, like language or whatever. So whatever comes, what information comes is important to acknowledge first through the visual, and then maybe you read, okay, this French and English. I can't remember the French and English. In this case, they are the same words, but that's how it works. You have the color, which is red, which corresponds to the season, which is in this case, you can see it on the booklet below. The colors are indicated here. That would be summer. Then you look it up in the summer here, and then you find your card. And okay, what I will do maybe I will read, maybe not everything. I don't know. Um, Exploration. And you want to pull your own card while I'm looking for the
Yes.
page?
So I received transmutation. Now the camera is not focusing.
I believe it is. Yes, it is. It is.
So transmutation.
Okay, so about the first card, exploration, as you can tell from the title, here feathers moving in the card speak of the need to move, to travel, to explore new worlds. So they can also be used to write about our discoveries, our travels, our research. Interpretation, you want to learn and understand something, a method or a new tool. You want to start a new training. Are you ready to go on a journey in search of novelty, healing, stimulation? What you will discover or understand might give birth to writing, sketching, or any other self-expression. You are doing some research as a scientist or not, or you're looking for information, confirmations. The information stored in our subconscious, but also are in our DNA is resurfacing. Your DNA is a living library containing all information about the human. You do not stay in place. You need independence and to assert yourself through your experiences. Concepts related to this card are information, ideas, ideology, adolescence, rebellion, writing, music, reading. Learn by reading a book that will inspire you and help you grow. Learn from your experiences. And the galactic astrology part would be, it's kind of a short one here. It's about the Cancer, the sign of Cancer, the moon, which is the ruler of the Cancer constellation, and Canis Minor Procyon, which
Mm.
is at 26 degrees Cancer. So that's the kind of information you can get from the deck, from the booklet, actually. So it can be very pragmatical, like a very like daily life information, but also you get some more maybe um, uh, like spiritual information. And when they were mentioning the book, I got the information. Yeah, go read the Pleiadian series of Barbara Marciniak if you haven't, because this is for you. The message is for you if you're watching. Definitely.
I
Okay,
just
what about you?
add to Procyon. Um, Procyon gives us the ability to tap into our kinesthetic gifts. And it is really about dreaming up new Earth too. So this is really interesting that Procyon is connected to this energy, to the energy of this card, because it is very when it is so fitting for the conversation we had today, which is about,
Yeah.
you know, language, about expressing yourself through art or through artistic endeavors. And now there is the kinesthetic energy that comes through the Procyon star family, and it is all guided towards New Earth. That is kind of what I received while you were talking.
Yeah, sure. New Earth, yeah, the DNA, the information which is stored in us, in our cells. And it's all about, yeah, reconnecting to that, getting the information back of who we are, what we're doing, you know, like researching, reading books, getting more information. This
Yes.
is also part of it, like tapping into the oracle would be also a way of getting information. Yeah, it's all about reconnecting to that. Very interesting. So, and you got transmutation. What season is it?
Transmutation is spring.
Spring. Okay.
Mhm.
19. You want me to read it?
Yes,
Yeah,
and I
transmutation.
will put up the card.
Yes, please. Thank you. A wind of change is blowing and is inviting us to be carried by it. Projects are taking shape and are developing. Just as the wind scatters the seeds away, an invisible breath is acting in our life and is sowing new opportunities for growth. Interpretation. You can see clearer. Things are moving forward. There is an improvement or a significant breakthrough. What was blocked is now unlocking, and you will be able to move forward again, but not necessarily in the direction you expected. It's time to let yourself be guided and to trust.
Mm.
As in the title of the card, the underlying meaning can be a transfer, a change, or a relocation in your business. It's time to move, to bring movement into your life. Life is about change. It is in a perpetual movement, and everything can be healed if you are willing to do the work. It is important to recognize your responsibility for everything that happens in your life, that only you can heal yourself, and that expecting a savior to come and save you only prevents you from taking action and deprives you of your own power. Experience the process of inner alchemization, where you move from a place where life happens to you to a place where life happens for you to life that manifests itself through you. In a sense, it's the integration of polarities within you, imperturbable balance in every situation, mastery that rather than control. And the galactic astrology would be for this card, it's Gemini, Mercury, also the Taurus constellation, Aldebaran, the left eye of the bull, the frequencies of Archangel Michael, and also we have Nihal. It's the energies of the indigo children. And there is Rigel and Bellatrix in the Orion constellation. It's also opposed to the great attractor, which is in Sagittarius. It's a lot of
Wow.
information, so I know it's kind of overwhelming depending on what you're looking for and what just rings a bell. Just listen to yourself, to your intuition in this case. So what did you get from it?
Well, I thought that the connection to the royal star Aldebaran is really interesting. So we have a lot of divine and angelic energies with the transmutation card. And with Nihal, yes, here I think too. They are there is the connection to the indigo children and a lot of um, telepathic energy coming through as well, and interdimensional energy for sure. Through Nihal, but also through the Royal Star and the Archangelic realm. So beautiful guidance and beautiful protection around that for sure.
Yeah, so I would say, like, maybe to wrap it up, um, like exploration and transmutation would be because transmutation is kind of, like things moving on and things are unlocking, that kind of thing. So would be interesting in order to move on and to have things maybe go maybe in a different direction than expected, would be to explore different possibilities, to read, to search, to go out and experiment things. That
Yeah.
would be maybe the combination of the two cards would be a message for somebody who's watching now.
Through exploration comes transmutation.
Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that is beautiful, especially in these times of great change we are in. And there we need the courage to explore everything that is around us. And transmutation is a constant process. I think we as humans have to go through, but this is also what we wanted to explore, right? We wanted to
Yes.
understand how transmutation works in this 3D form, in this human body. So
Yeah, it's very internal. It's an internal process. I mean, the exploration of who we are cell by cell, I would say, like inside, and exploring that in itself is just a huge trip, a huge undertaking,
yes,
actually.
like Pam Gregory. I know you are, you are following her as well. She always says it's an inside job, right?
Oh
So
yeah. What else?
exactly. Okay, Cooley, do you have any last words for the audience before we wrap up?
It
Mm.
takes courage to explore, to know oneself. And so if you're listening, I guess that you are on that path, on that journey. So it's worth acknowledging who you are and what you're doing. I mean, I'm very happy to be connected to you, even though we haven't met. You know, what we're doing is the meaning of what we're doing is the connection. So, and I feel the connection right now. And I wanted to acknowledge your courage of all of you who are doing this and express my gratitude also because it's tough sometimes, but beautiful.
That is beautiful, Cooley, really. That is kind of encompassing our conversation, I think, of today.
Yeah, so thank you really for this beautiful conversation.
Thank you, Cooley, for agreeing to that. And as I said, all the information is below. And I look forward to many, many people who are going to contact you and really, really take advantage of this beautiful offer that you have with the Holistic Oracle. And until then, and the next time, I say goodbye and have a lovely time.
Thank you so much. See you. See you around.